Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you my current skincare favorites for both morning and night. So if you guys are interested in hearing about my favorite skincare products, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I do have drier skin, so a lot of these products are going to work for dry skin, or at least they work for me. But I don't really like to have like a very glowy or luminous finish. So I don't like things that are like excessively hydrating where it just feels like a lot of product on my face. I really like something that's like super lightweight when it comes to moisturizers, cleansers, and stuff like that. So just keeping that in mind. And then some products aren't necessarily for dry skin, but they still work for me. Some of these are actually for oily skin and they still work for me. So I will let you guys know those as we go along. I have all the products here, so I'm trying to decide where to start. Let me go ahead and just start with let's do cleansers first. We'll do cleansers kind of like in order of how I start my day with my skincare products. So I use 2 cleansers right now, and just letting you guys know, I'm not going to go into like face masks or any things like that I don't use on a daily basis. These are all the products that I use every day, sometimes twice a day, and I could probably make multiple videos about skincare and like my favorite skincare products, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video before I run out of a lot of these products and I could let you guys know how I like to use them. So I start off with 2 cleansers, and I always use the Purlisse Cleansing Milk. This is one of my holy grail cleansers. I've used about maybe a dozen of these, honestly. I've been using this on and off forever, but for like the last year at least, I've been using this every single day. This does an amazing job of removing makeup. So this is my favorite cleanser, and I actually mostly just use this at nighttime to remove my makeup. I don't really use it in the morning. I use it as a makeup remover and like the first step of just getting off my makeup and everything like that. So I love this because it really does break down your makeup without leaving like a residue. I really don't like a lot of cleansing oils, because then I almost feel like I'm doing just as much work getting rid of the oily residue. But with this, it actually leaves your skin clean. But I really like a double cleanse. So I use this at night to remove my makeup. And then for both morning and night, I use this deep cleanser with red clay from First Aid Beauty. I got this about maybe 6 weeks ago. Been using it every single day. I absolutely love it. It does such a good job of like keeping your skin matte and also just like removing any impurities. It just makes your skin feel really, really clean. And right before I bought this, I was breaking out a bit. I was getting like bumps under my skin, and I just felt like I wasn't getting a really deep cleanse with whatever cleanser I was using at the time. And I really, really love this. It doesn't leave my skin like overly dry or anything. I've actually heard a lot of people say that with this cleanser, because this used to be like super popular on YouTube like 5 years ago. So I saw it in Sephora. I'm like, let me try that out, because I've been wanting to try that since like 2012. So I finally tried it out. It really clears out your skin and stops it from feeling oily. So if you have oily skin, you'll probably really love this. But on my dry skin, it does not dry out my skin. It's not too like heavy of a cleanser or like too deep cleaning to use more than once a day. I do use it twice a day and I don't have any issues. It doesn't cause any dryness or redness or anything. So I have been absolutely loving this. It's one of my new favorite cleansers. Definitely gonna repurchase it. I was using a cleanser from Glam Glow. I can't remember which one, but I will link it below. Before this, I ran out of it a couple months ago, and then I've just been using like random cleansers in between. But the First Aid Beauty cleanser and the Purlisse cleanser combined, that is like one of my favorite cleanser combinations I've tried in a really long time. And then moving into like the next steps in my morning routine. So for eye cream, I actually use this day and night. I'm actually almost out of this. I think I do have a backup of this, but I'm like basically gonna be out of this by the end of the week. This is the Moisturizing Eye Balm from Belif, and this is super hydrating, but it's also a very lightweight formula. It's not one of those eye creams that feels like you're putting on like Vaseline under your eyes, like that really heavy moisturizer. So this feels so hydrating, but it's still lightweight enough to use during the daytime, and I use it for nighttime too. And I don't think there's any strong ingredients in here for like anti-aging, wrinkles, discoloration, things like that. So I do want an eye cream that is like a little bit more of like that stronger ingredients that has more of those benefits for like a nighttime eye cream. But for a moisturizing eye cream, this really does make a difference. It really does keep your under eyes moisturized, and I do have like pretty dry under eyes, so if I don't use an eye cream, like you'll see my skin will look like flaky under my eyes after I put on concealer. It'll look like kind of gross. So I really love this for morning and night. I've been using it every day, and especially if you don't want something that has like a lot of strong ingredients in it, this is super moisturizing, which I love. It doesn't leave your skin greasy at all, which I love too. It sits well under makeup. So this has been my favorite for maybe 2-3 months, maybe a little bit more than that. I want to say since right before the holidays I started using this. And then for daytime moisturizers, I have one with SPF that I really like, and this is the Blue Lotus Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Essential Daily Moisturizer from Purlisse. I think I've gone through, this is probably my second or third of this. I'm almost out of it. This one is really practical for me, and it has SPF 30 in it. I usually work out in the morning, and I'll put this one on first, and that will be my only skincare before like I get ready for the day, and then I'll come back, shower, and like do all the other steps that I'm talking about. So that's currently my main SPF moisturizer, but once it gets closer to summer, I'll definitely include maybe like a whole separate video of my favorite products with SPF, because I have a lot more, but that's just the one that I like kind of reach towards the most. And then for other daytime moisturizers, I really like things that are a very hydrating, lightweight gel, something that's really gonna moisturize your skin, but you don't feel it like sitting on your skin. I really hate skincare that like feels like I'm wearing like layers of just stuff on my face, because I put on so much makeup on top of that, so I don't want to start with like a greasy or heavy base before I even put on my foundation. So I talked about this recently in my last Get Ready With Me. This is the Aqua Flash from Patchology. I've been loving this. I've been using this for a month straight now, and I've basically just been using this one, but before that I was using the Be Hydra Intensive Hydration Gel from Drunk Elephant. This one is, they're very, very similar, both of these hydrating moisturizers. This one comes with a pump, which is just a little bit more convenient. The biggest difference between the two of them for me is that the Patchology one has more of like a calming, cooling, kind of like deep huffing effect on my skin every time that I apply it, and I apply it every morning, so that's definitely super helpful if I have like, if I feel like swollen or I have a puffy face. Allergies have really affected my skin in the past several weeks, so that actually helps a lot because I always feel like my eyes are swollen, like my face is puffy from allergies. But the feel and the finish is pretty much the same between the Patchology and the Drunk Elephant Be Hydra moisturizer. I definitely recommend both of them. I think the Patchology one is probably a lot cheaper too. And then once I apply my moisturizer, I basically like to seal it into my skin, and I apply the Kiehl's Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate, and this is kind of like a serum. I think it has like the same properties as a serum because it has a really high concentration of vitamin C, but it actually applies like a moisturizer or a primer, so it has more of like a primer feel to it. It's like very, very silky and lightweight, and it actually does blur out your pores when you apply it. It just gives you like a little subtle difference with your pores. It's not anything too intense, but I really like that effect because it just leaves your skin like ready for makeup. You can use this alone as a primer, but I still like to go in with a primer too. But I just really like this because I feel like all my skincare is sealed in once I apply this product, and it also has some really great skincare benefits with the vitamin C in there too. So that is basically my morning routine for skincare. I do have some setting sprays that I like to use in the morning too. I have setting sprays for morning and setting sprays for nighttime. So these are setting sprays that I mostly like to apply before makeup, and this is the Too Faced Hangover X 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. I like to use it as a primer spray or primer water. I like to use it more before my makeup because it's a little like extra hydrating, so if you just do like 2 extra sprays too much, you will get like a really, really dewy look. But I do like to use this if my skin's feeling extra dry. I don't like to use it every single day, mainly just if I do feel like my skin's extra dry. Otherwise, it's like a little bit too much hydration because I do all these other moisturizing products first. But if you have like really dry skin or you want something as like a pick-me-up, just to refresh your skin if it's feeling dull or anything, I really like to use this before my makeup. And then I also love the H2O Beauty Aqua Defense Shielding Matcha Facial Essence. This stuff is amazing. This is probably like my favorite facial spray, not necessarily for makeup, but just like in general. It does have skincare benefits to it. It helps like protect your skin from environmental factors, so I really love it. And also like the mister on this, I don't think you guys will be able to tell, but it's just like so satisfying. It's like one of those misters that's just like so fine. I think I'm running out of product, so it doesn't give like that full dramatic effect, but it's one of those misters that's just like so fine, so you could apply it like 30 times and it's not gonna end up looking like big big blobs of water on your face. So I love this because it does hydrate your skin. It has those skincare benefits to it too, and it's also really refreshing. I really recommend this. I don't think a lot of people know about this setting spray. I just don't hear a lot of people talking about H2O Beauty, but this one is definitely amazing. I love to use it before my makeup, but then I'll also use it after I apply my makeup too, if my face is just like feeling dry, or I just want to apply it because it doesn't leave your skin oily. The H2O spray is definitely not as hydrating as the Too Faced spray, so if you want something that's not going to leave your skin dewy, just give you like a little bit extra hydration, a little extra radiance, definitely check out the Aqua Defense Shielding Matcha Facial Essence. That's a really long name, so really love that. It's available at Ulta. And then let's get into nighttime products. All right, so I know I said I didn't want to include any treatment or face mask because that could be a whole separate video, but I am going to include one product because I don't think I've ever mentioned it on my channel. I actually did film and talk about it in my last favorites video, but I ended up cutting it out because I'm like, let me just do a whole separate skincare video so you guys can know how I like to use everything. And this is the Baby Facial from Drunk Elephant. This stuff is awesome, and it's probably super expensive, and they did send this to me, but I'll definitely like repurchase it because it makes such a huge difference in your skin, and you only need to use it maybe once or twice a week. I don't think you're supposed to use it more than twice a week. I would recommend probably just using it once a week. So it has like different acids that exfoliate your skin, so it's something that's going to kind of like revamp and refresh and reset your skin. Lots of alliteration there, but I really love this. When my skin was breaking out a couple weeks ago, this helped so much because I could just leave this on. What you do is leave it on for 20 minutes and then you wash it off completely. It's not like an overnight mask or anything. It's very lightweight, but it's very strong. Like the ingredients in here are pretty strong. It's 25% AHA, 2% BHA. I'm not actually super certain of what those are, but I know they're acids that exfoliate your skin. But anyways, this is not a product you want to use on a daily basis or even every other day because of those strong exfoliating ingredients. They can like cause like too much inflammation in your skin if you just use them over and over and over. And so this is something you want to use less regularly, as I've been saying. But this really does help change the texture of my skin, especially if you're breaking out. This has been helping so much. What I like to do is use this about once a week at nighttime and just leave it on for the appropriate amount of time and then wash it off and then follow it up with an oil or something super hydrating. You don't want to follow up with like retinol products or something that has like a strong ingredients to it. You just want to use something really hydrating afterwards because this already has like enough of those like harsh ingredients in it. And what I like to use with it and what's recommended on the bottle is to use it with the Marula Luxury Facial Oil from Drunk Elephant. You can use whatever oil you want. Derma E makes oils for like $10-15. I'm sure this is like super expensive, but this is just what I use because they sent both of these. So but together this combination is actually amazing. But I think the key is definitely to follow up the Baby Facial with something that has really moisturizing ingredients, something that's not too harsh, and that way you can get like those results from the Baby Facial without like irritating your skin. So I love the combination of both of those. I use both of those together about once a week as like my nighttime skincare routine. The other oil that I really like, and I bought this and it was really expensive and it was definitely worth it, and it's the Luna oil from Sunday Riley. I got this during the last VIB sale, and for a while I was using this daily, but now I use it about once or twice a week. I've been rotating some of my skincare products at night, especially because they're all pretty pricey, so I don't want to run out of them anytime soon. But this is the Luna sleeping oil from Sunday Riley. You can get a set at Sephora. I think it was like $85 for this bottle. And then the Good Genes. I love the Good Genes. I will end up repurchasing that soon too. I actually ran out of it. It's just awesome for like anti-aging benefits. But this is really great because it does have those retinol ingredients in it, something that can help exfoliate your skin. Don't use this in combination with the Baby Facial because they have very similar ingredients, and that way it's like too harsh. But if I don't use this, or I don't have time to like sit with a face mask for like 25 minutes at night and then wash it off and stuff, you could just wear this overnight and it has a very similar effect. So I definitely love the Luna oil. It does keep your skin glowing. It really refreshes my skin and stops it from looking dull. But because it is an oil, it doesn't dry out my skin either. So I can use this overnight and it's not going to leave me with like any irritation or anything. And then for my day-to-day night creams, I like to use the Patchology Cloud Mask. And this is also something that has retinol in it too. So I like to use this around twice a week. It is pretty hydrating, but it also has those like anti-aging ingredients in it. And then I also like the night serum from Drunk Elephant. I've been using this too. All of these are like more like anti-aging, like really strong ingredients, but sometimes I'll just use like an oil, a really lightweight moisturizer. I don't like to like pile on all of these ingredients like day after day after day, but this is just like my favorites out of all of those kind of products. But this is the night cream or night serum from Drunk Elephant. So before I was using Sunday Riley Good Genes, this is very, very similar. I kind of use it in a very similar way. Like the texture is completely different and everything, but it just gives me a very similar effect. I will still be repurchasing Good Genes because I just loved that product. But for now, I'm going to continue to use this. I'll probably purchase Good Genes before I use this up, but I really like this one too. And then if I don't want something like this that's super like anti-aging ingredients and something that has stronger ingredients to it, I'll just use like a very lightweight moisturizer at night. I'll just kind of rotate between all of those products. And then I do have 2 setting sprays that I like to use at night too. This is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. This is very like soothing, calming, very lightweight. It does kind of hydrate your skin a little bit, but it's just like a really nice like nighttime setting spray just because of the smell too. It's very like refreshing and calming feeling. And then I also like to use the Hydrating Milky Mist from Pixi. This is something that's very hydrating. So I actually like to go in with a lot of this. You can see it's definitely like milky. It's more of like a thicker kind of consistency. It's not like super thick, but it's definitely not something that I like to use during the daytime because it's like overly hydrating for daytime. But I especially like to use the Pixi Hydrating Mist in combination with the night serum from Drunk Elephant. I'll apply like 1 little pump of this and then spray this like 7 times just to give my skin a little bit more hydration. Alright, so that is everything for my current skincare favorites. I definitely have so many more products in my collection, products I'm still using and rotating between, but these are the products I reach for the most out of everything in my collection. So I could definitely do additional skincare videos. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else on my channel. Let me know in the comments. And I could do Instagram videos like morning routine, nighttime routine for skincare too. I've done a couple in the past, but I can definitely do some updated ones on my Instagram in the next couple weeks too. But definitely let me know your skincare favorites in the comments. Anything like moisturizers, cleansers, anything like that, just let me know in the comments. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.